Okay, folks, so it is indeed a new day in America. That is the very first tweet from the newest president of the United States, Joe Biden. Folks, if you can sense the sadness in my voice, you'd be correct. Joe Biden, the 46th president of the United States, his very first message to the American people this morning was, "It's a new day in America." Co-opted one of the single most greatest phrases from one of the greatest presidents in American history, Ronald Reagan. Folks, I am sad to say that it is not a great day in America right now. Upwards of 74 million people feel like their voice has absolutely no weight. I'm one of them. I am. Now, for me to say that I'm not hopeful would be a lie. Because guess what? I'm still an American. I still live in the United States of America. And for as long as those things are true, I will do everything that I can to fight for her. Folks, I can't, in good conscience, ask people to, wish for the death of the president, to try to commit violence on the president or any of his staff, because that's dumb. That's what Democrats do. That's what the left does. They call for violence. They call for people to get in the face of representatives to make it uncomfortable for them to be in public. It's not okay, and I won't call for it. But I will call for the crippling of President Joe Biden. But let me qualify that statement, because somebody out there will get it in their head that I'm calling for somebody to hurt the president, and I'm not. The president needs to be politically crippled in much the same way the left and Democrats and people who didn't like President Trump did to him. We need to obstruct, we need to resist, and ultimately impeach. Now, some of you are going to say, well, Seabass, if an eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I see perfectly fine. The left has given us the playbook. They have shown us the plays that win. We just need to do it. We just need to be able to do everything that we can to obstruct and resist and make sure that this president doesn't do the things that he wants to do. Or his vice president, for that matter. Folks, that's a really crappy position to be in. It really is. It's an awful position to be in. It's an awful position to have to ask for people to obstruct and resist the President of the United States. I was pretty nice and I was pretty kind during Obama. I was still pretty nice and pretty kind with Trump. I didn't rub it in anybody's face. I was consistent that, we need to try to be a polite society. Whew. I don't know that we can be a polite society anymore, people. I don't know that there's a way for us to move forward without, being mean to each other, and that sucks. I'm a generally nice person, but I don't know that nice is going to cut it anymore with folks who disagree. I want to, disagree without being disagreeable. I want to be able to say to people that I don't like your viewpoint and then move on. But we're at a point in our society right now where if we disagree with somebody, the other side wants to cancel us. The other side wants to silence us. The other side doesn't want any dissent from their viewpoint. And we can't have that, folks. We've got to be able to disagree with each other. We've got to be able to not only disagree with each other, but be able to tell other people when they're just flat out wrong. And right now, folks, we're not able to do that. At least not safely. The threat of censorship, the threat of deplatforming, the threat of not being able to communicate, those are real things, folks. And those are dangerous things. Those are things that third world countries do to their citizens. And I speak that way not lightly. Those are hard words to say, people. With that said, let me bring in just the slightest ray of hope to you. Folks, for almost a year now, we have been dealing with coronavirus. We've been dealing with sickness in our country, the loss of life, not only in our country, but around the world because of the virus. On December 23rd of last year, I, through my work, was able to get the first dose of the Moderna vaccine for coronavirus. Folks, that's the most hopeful I've been in a while. Today, on Inauguration Day, a day where lots of folks are pretty sad, including myself. I'm not going to go scream at the sky. I'm not going to go and, do what lefties do. But I am gonna be sad because our country needs a little bit of it right now. Today, on Inauguration Day, I get the second dose of the Moderna vaccine. Folks, I am so hopeful for the next few months. I am. Now, in the recent past, I've called folks who've said that they either won't or don't want to get the vaccine idiots. And for the most part, those people still are idiots. I've also said that people should be able to choose for themselves whether or not they get the vaccine. Folks, I can understand the viewpoint of people who say it's too soon and we don't have enough information. I can understand that viewpoint. I can also understand the viewpoint of people who are medically fragile, who have allergies, who are afraid that, because of their pre-existing conditions, whatever they are, that they're not going to do well with the vaccine. I can understand that as well. However, for the vast majority of people, you should get vaccinated. You don't have a reason, you don't have an excuse other than you don't want to and you're stupid. Now, I also don't say that very lightly, okay? For the simple fact of my employment, what I do, I'm an educator. I try to teach people about their health and about their wellness and things that they can do to keep themselves healthy and protected and safe from getting sick. Getting vaccinated is just a flat out good idea. We know that they work. For folks in my age group, who, are at a certain stage in life where I have kids. Many of my friends have kids, are married, have loved ones that they care about. Getting vaccinated is a good idea. Now, I grew up almost at the end of a time where the chickenpox party was a thing. One kid would get chickenpox in the neighborhood, and moms all over the neighborhood would call each other and say, "Let my kid come over so that they can get it." Chickenpox was a big deal. Folks, it was a huge deal. Now we have vaccines. My kids got vaccinated against chickenpox. They don't need to get it. You know what else my kids aren't going to get? Polio and measles. Because those things work. And we know that they work. But Seabass, the autisms, shut up. All that stuff's been debunked. I can only hope that folks see that it's safe, that we get enough people vaccinated to prove that it's safe, myself included. And I said in a previous video not that long ago that that's my primary reason for getting the vaccine. I am in an age group and in a health group where the chances of me dying from COVID are less than 0.5%. Guys, that's astronomically small. It's not zero. It's not zero. Let me be clear. 0 is 0. There's always, even with the vaccine, there's a chance of me dying if I contract COVID. Okay? So, why then am I saying that I should get the vaccine? I want to be able to show the people that I take care of that it's safe, that it is the right thing to do, and that if given the choice, everybody should get vaccinated. Folks, on one hand, it's a pretty sad day. On the other hand, I'm hopeful. I can only hope that small glimmer, that small ray of sunshine can break through some darkness in your day. And maybe, just maybe, we can springboard a little bit of that hope into the coming days, weeks, months, and years ahead. I can't thank you enough for those of you that listen and follow. I can't express my gratitude for those of you who support me and cheer me on and send me messages or, take the time to talk to me personally and say how much they enjoy what I'm doing. I hope to be able to continue to provide good content for you, whether it's me just doing social commentary stuff or the interview side that we're doing as well. Folks, carry on. Be hopeful. Do everything you can to be good Americans, to be law-abiding people, but also know that we're allowed to be loud, and we're allowed to have voices too, and that we're allowed to make noise, and that we should be able to do that. Folks, don't be silenced. Do everything you can to be heard. Tell your friends, get on the internet, what's left of it, and do what you can to make your voice heard. Thanks, folks. God bless you.